Rumors are swirling that 50 Cent may have deliberately sabotaged Lil Meech to get him booted off the BMF cast following a drug overdose and tripped to rehab. But is there any truth to this shocking claim? Or is this just another chapter in hip-hop's twisted hall of mirrors? In the glitzy, gritty underworld of hip-hop and Hollywood, the line between mentor and manipulator can sometimes be razor thin. At the center of the latest whirlwind of speculation is none other than Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a man is known for his boardroom power plays as his rap bars, and Demetrius Lil Meech Flenory Jr., the rising star and son of Black Mafia Family kingpin Big Meech. While fans once saw their partnership on Starz' BMF series as a storybook alignment of loyalty and legacy, a shadow has now been cast over that narrative. Word on the street is this: Lil Meech didn't just fall off the BMF cast because of drug overdose and a subsequent stint in rehab. He was allegedly set up. And the one finger being pointed, it's aimed squarely at 50 Cent. Now, before we go diving down the rabbit hole, let's set the scene. BMF, the hit series on Starz that dramatizes the rise of the Black Mafia family, has been one of 50 Cent's most lauded executive projects. The choice to cast Lil Meech in a role of his own father was not just savvy, it was genius. The kid had raw charisma, an aura that mirrored his dad's legacy, and a natural screen presence that made him magnetic to watch. But behind the scenes, not everything glittered. Because when news broke that Lil Meech had suffered a drug overdose and was sent to rehab, fans were shocked. And even more shocked when the word quietly got out that he wouldn't be returning to the BMF cast. What should have been a comeback tale started smelling like something else entirely. Then came the murmurs. Quiet at first, but gaining volume with each whisper. Something about the timing felt off. The way the news was released. The way the exit was handled. The absence of the usual public show of support from 50 Cent. Something he's been quick to offer for his protégés in the past. And that's when people started connecting dots that may or may not have been there. Did 50 Cent, in some roundabout Machiavellian way, set Lil Meech up to fail? Now, let's not get this twisted. We're not saying it's true. We're not saying it's false either. What we are saying is that when you start pulling threads in the story, a very intriguing pattern begins to form. First, let's talk motive. On the surface, it makes zero sense for 50 to sabotage Lil Meech. The kid was handpicked. He carried the face of BMF. He helped sell the series. But if you followed 50 Cent's career, you know he plays chess, not checkers. He's known for long-term strategy, cutthroat decisions, and maintaining control. So, if there were behind-the-scenes issues, whether it was with Starz, the BMF production team, or even internal drama with Meech himself, it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that 50 decided the best move for the empire was to swap out the king. Then there's the matter of control. 50 Cent has always valued loyalty and obedience. And let's say, for the sake of argument, that Lil Meech started drifting. Maybe the fame got to him. Maybe the lifestyle caught up. Maybe the lines between art and real life blurred too much. If 50 saw that as a threat to the BMF brand, would he have acted to preserve it? Would he have nudged a relapse in the right direction? Or at the very least, chosen not to catch a falling star? Sources close to the situation have noted that before the overdose incident, there were already signs of tension, rumors of misshoots, disagreements about script direction, parties that ran too long. And most tellingly, according to some insiders, 50 had already begun scouting potential new talent months before Meech's exit. Now, that could be standard procedure, or it could mean something else. Maybe he saw the train wreck coming and chose to step aside. Or maybe, just maybe, he cleared the tracks himself. It wouldn't be the first time 50 Cent played hardball with someone he once uplifted. His feuds are legendary. Young Buck, The Game, Lloyd Banks, even Vivica A. Fox and Floyd Mayweather haven't been spared. Loyalty with 50 isn't just expected, it's enforced. And when you break that unwritten code, there are consequences. Silent ones, public ones, financial ones, career-ending ones. And that's what makes this whole Lil Meech situation feel more like a strategic fallout than an unfortunate accident. There's another theory that adds more fire to this smoke. Some believe that Lil Meech's overdose wasn't just a matter of personal demons. It was a carefully staged narrative, A setup that ensured he'd be removed from the spotlight just long enough for producers to recast, restructure, and reboot BMF without public backlash. The theory goes that Rehab was as much a PR move as it was medical. Get him off the set, spin the story with sympathy, and usher in the next chapter of BMF without having to explain the creative shakeup. If true, that would be cold, but calculated, which, let's be honest, is exactly how 50 Cent has operated throughout his career. But to be fair, let's look at the other side. What if 50 Cent did everything he could to help Lil Meech, and it just wasn't enough? Addiction doesn't care about your last name. Fame doesn't shield you from pressure. Maybe the young actor really did spiral, and 50 had no choice but to let him go. That wouldn't make him a villain. It would make him a producer trying to save a billion-dollar brand. Still, the conspicuous silence from 50 on the whole matter raises eyebrows. He's a social media hawk, known to address rumors quickly, harshly, and publicly. The fact that he hasn't squashed these allegations or defended Meech publicly, that's telling. That's suspicious. That's fuel to the fire. So what happens next? Well, already there's talk that new faces are being brought in to reshape BMF's next season. With Lil Meech gone, the dynamic changes. The emotional center of the show shifts. Fans are divided, some loyal to Meech, some trusting 50's judgment. But everyone's watching. Every Instagram post, every interview, every behind-the-scenes leak. The entire hip-hop community is leaning in, wondering if the real story will ever be told.